Hi, and welcome back to the Secret of the Game course. This is lesson 48 with love dynamics. And this is going to be a really challenging topic to talk about, not for me necessarily personally, but for a lot of guys out there that don't talk about it, that are kind of quietly suffering through. The topic is the story of suffering for the Western men in 21st century. Okay, so we're going to be chatting about it today. We're going to talk through some challenges and, stick with us through this. So Western culture often portrays the natural inclinations of men, specifically around their arbitraging ego, as a negative. And so what that means is, entirety of society, institutions have really demonized the nature of the self for the male, this arbitraging ego, and characterize it as something negative, okay? When they do that, they stigmatize a male's nature. And this leads to, conflicting drives for the male because he wants to be his authentic self, but at every turn he's told that this authentic self is a negative thing. Okay, and that leads to conflicting drives, and it leads to suffering for the man. So this narrative is reinforced by societal institutions like media, education system, even religious teachings, leading to internal conflict and suffering for men who feel compelled to suppress their true nature. Okay. As a way to compensate for this, men have adopted nice guy syndrome. So men are conditioned to conform as nice guy persona, characterized by traits such as passivity, agreeableness, and avoidance of conflict. This behavior stems from societal pressure to prioritize altruism and politeness, often at the expense of asserting one's own desires and natural needs. And the outcome of this is, as a result of adopting the nice guy persona, men often find themselves in frustrating situations where they lack assertiveness in their intentions with women. They may experience one-itis, meaning, basically that this girl is the one, even though you haven't been physical with her, developing intense feelings for a single woman, and become orbiters, pursuing emotional support to women who see them as platonic friends rather than romantic partners. So all of this is, basically stigmatizing the nature of the arbitraging ego, and in doing so, guys adopting this nice guy persona as a way to compensate, to be, liked. So the impacts that this has on male-female interactions, nice guys frequently experience one-itis, which is fixating on a single woman and idealizing her without her reciprocation. And this often leads to unrequited love and disappointment when their feelings are not returned. Additionally, they may prematurely seek exclusivity in relationships, which can be off-putting to women who value their independence and autonomy, that are simply, basically, especially in the West, pursuing their arbitraging ego themselves, that have, alpha rotations, etc. So men with nice guy syndrome often become orbiters, orbiting around women they're interested in, but never making their intentions clear. They provide emotional support and validation without expressing their own desires, perpetuating a cycle of unfulfilling relationships. So in Western society, women have more options and opportunities, especially before the age of 35, and then in the dating pool compared to men. And this creates a gender disparity where women experience abundance in their dating lives while men struggle to find fulfilling relationships before the age, typically around 30. Society is all about basically developing low-status, intelligent men that are told to be nice, that's pretty much how it works. The development of low-status intelligence men begins early in life, influenced by family dynamics and cultural norms. Boys are often socialized to suppress their assertiveness and prioritize niceness over authenticity, leading to a lack of confidence and self-assuredness in adulthood. So modern society perpetuates the belief that selfishness and self-interest are negative traits, promoting altruism and self-sacrifice instead. Men are encouraged to prioritize the needs of others over their own desires, leading to internal conflict and dissatisfaction in their lives. The impact that this has on happiness is suppressing one's own natural instinct, and in fact, the belief that one's own ego, the arbitraging ego, is evil, is something that's very, very terrible to teach men, and young boys in particular, obviously. And suppressing one's natural instincts and desires in favor of societal expectations can have a profound impact on happiness and fulfillment. Men are happiest when they have freedom to express their true selves, their arbitraging ego, authentically, right? So that's basically what we have in the West in the 21st century, and it's a story of suffering for Western men that it doesn't get talked about, but we do talk about it here, as we can coach you through it, obviously help you to transition and align more authentically to your arbitraging ego, which is not evil, which is actually the source of your self-actualization.